Tonight, the senior superintendent of police, Him Not Saw, is among 4 Guyanese that have been sanctioned by the U.S. government for their reported links to drug trafficking and the Colombian drug trafficking on the world. In a statement today, the U.S. Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control named the senior superintendent of police, Him Not Saw, along with businessman Paul Davey Jr., Mark Cromwell, also known as Demon of Buxton, and Randolph Duncan, also known as Rudolph Duncan, to its latest list of sanctioned individuals. The 4 are linked to 2 Colombian nationals who have also been sanctioned by the U.S. for drug trafficking and related crimes. According to the Office of Foreign Assets Control of the U.S. Treasury Department, for decades, Guyana has been a transshipment point for the movement of drugs from South America to the U.S. and Europe. The office said drug traffickers have been exploiting the rivers and jungles of South America by transiting large quantities of cocaine from Colombia and Venezuela through the waters of Guyana and Suriname. The statement further indicated that Guyana's proximity to the Caribbean, as well as reported corruption along its ports and borders, allowed maritime vessels known as narco submarines to transit through its waters undetected. The U.S. said drug traffickers utilized the vessels to smuggle cocaine from the ports of Guyana and Suriname across the Atlantic to the U.S., Europe, and the Caribbean. The report also noted that traffickers also coordinated the importation of cocaine loads from Colombia and Venezuela to Guyana via small aircraft, utilizing illegal airstrips in Guyana as landing spots. The U.S. government noted that cocaine has been discovered buried in underground bunkers located on airstrips and in jungle territory within Guyana's Barima-Waini region as a prominent location. Cocaine is then flown via aircraft to the U.S., Europe, and the Caribbean, the report noted. News source understands that the sanctioned persons have been investigated for several months by the U.S. authorities, and they were linked to a major drug bust that took place in the Barima-Waini region in September of last year, when more than 4.4 tons of cocaine was discovered stashed near an illegal airstrip in Region 1. During that operation, it was the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit that worked along with the Guyana Defense Force Special Forces and the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency. The Guyana Police Force was left out of the operation, although it has a police base in the region. The commander of the base at that time was the same senior superintendent who has now been sanctioned by the U.S. government. Although there were concerns about his alleged ties to the cocaine discovery, he was never directly linked to the large haul. But he was removed from the area and reassigned to police headquarters. In a statement tonight, the Guyana Police Force said it has taken note of a report by the U.S. Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control to sanction 4 Guyanese, including a senior superintendent of police, Him Not Saw. The police force said, in keeping with the Guyana Police Force's standard operating procedure, Senior Superintendent Saw has been sent on administrative leave following him being sanctioned for drug trafficking by the U.S. The police said Senior Superintendent Saw joined the police force on the 3rd of June 2008. His last posting was at the force's projects office. Businessman Paul Davey Jr. has long been on the radar of local and foreign drug investigators. His late father, Paul Davey Sr., was also under the eyes of U.S. drug investigators for his alleged ties to the narco trade. He passed away a few years ago during the COVID-19 pandemic and had been flown to Colombia on a private jet for treatment, but still died after contracting the virus. Buxtonian Mark Cromwell has also been linked locally to drug trafficking previously. He is a former policeman turned businessman, and last year a wanted bulletin was issued for his arrest in connection with a kidnapping probe. He has also been known to be closely linked to a number of persons in the present government and has been spotted in public settings with some of them. The U.S. government has been paying close attention to Guyana and the growing drug trade over the years, with Region 1 with its porous borders being used as a main transshipment.